Hello everyone. In my last video, I have discussed about Punjab National Bank officer recruitment, means technical background. In that video, I have discussed what are the steps they will follow. Means in paper 1, they will follow uh, the reasoning, English, aptitude, and then paper part 2, they will professional knowledge, and both will carry 100 marks each. So 100 and 200 marks question paper will be there. And based on that, this is my subsequent video in the officer recruitment in Punjab National Bank. In this video, I will discuss about the cutoff, expected cutoff, and what are the interview procedure they generally followed. As I score second in All India rank, so I can guide you regarding that. So let us begin the under discussion. So, okay, so the cutoff, the expected cutoff for this examination of the officer rank is generally considered as 60% for OBC and general category, and the remaining for the other categories it will be around 50%. For the but you have to clear the paper 1 and part 1 and part 2, both of them, and subsequent total also. Then only you will get the interview call. Okay, for the OBC, as I mentioned, for OBC and general it will be 60%, and for other category it will be 50%. If you have score more than or equivalent or equal to that, you will expect a interview call. So and then the next phase is while the interview, what they generally ask. Most of the those who are aspirant in this examination, they generally ask this question, means what are the basic area a candidate must look at. So during that process, during that interview, he or she will have something so that he can continue the interview, because most of the this is then for the recruitment for the freshers, so they generally don't possess any experiences. So they will generally begin with your means your introduction first. So introduce yourself. They will, in the majority time they will ask. So generally they what they, in addition to that, what they generally do, they go through your application form, whatever you will fill up in your online procedure. They will go through the entire document, and they will say, okay, Mr. Manik Bhomik, what you have after completion of your engineering, so what you have your experience. So during that period, how you will respond, so you have to prepare on your own. If you have experience, you have to share that experience. If you don't, if you are a fresher, then you may go to an apprenticeship training, so you may brief about your apprenticeship training. If you don't go, then your project in your BTech curriculum, you must have a project, so you express when your project what you've gone through, and you are a freshers. So the detailed or in-depth information you can share with them. The you can expect a response question, a connecting question from them. Then only the interview, then when the discussion will begin. So this is the starting approach they will generally do. So regarding that, for your project or your internship or your experience, they will ask the basic questions, and most importantly, what you undergo, and what are the what are the point you learn in this duration of your project or apprenticeship. Okay, so what are the point you have learned, you have to highlight that thing. And they will ask something which is relatively correlate with the banking role. For an example, if you are belong to civil engineering, so you must have to have some idea how to maintain a office premises, and what are the specification of floor tiles, what are the painting we generally do, and what is the provision to fix a lift, in which location we generally install a lift, what is the purpose of lift, what is the general guidelines for a person who is physically disabled can enter the means premises. So what are the facilities, how many width of the minimum width of the entrance, so that a wheelchair person can easily enter to the premises. So this is the important thing. So okay, so that's the thing they will be looking into it. And then the second point would be your subject knowledge. They will abruptly go through any of the your important topic. Okay, any of the important topic. If you know the majority of the civil engineering topic, there are geotechnical, transportation, structural. So they will go any of them, and environmental. So based on that, they will pick some of the question and they will give you a scenario. Okay, if recently for an example, recently there is an event, just complete an event, na? The Mahakumbh. So in that situation, how you will purify the water? Okay, so what is the drinking water BOD? So this kind of question they will generally ask, and you have to respond. And then the third is your HR round, means whenever they have come across your project, your training, your experience, then after they go through your subject knowledge, in-depth subject, they will analyze your in-depth subject knowledge, and later on they will go to the HR round. In HR round, generally what they are looking for, they are looking for an overall overview information. Do you have that overview information? For example, whether you know the basic thing of international war, like Russia Ukraine war, why it is happened, like what Donald Trump recently said, what is the relation between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So what is your opinion? What, whether it is impacting in the Indian economy also. So you have some little bit of information, or so that you can at least say that okay, Ukraine, the Zelensky is the president, in the Russia, the Putin is the president. So basic turn president and that capital. So you know some basic information, so that worldwide you have some information. So in each round, I have already prepared a video and uploaded on the YouTube. You can easily find it out. What are the HR round questions they generally ask? Generally, they go for your overall worldwide information, then nationwide information. Then in India, what are the important parameter? As in India, what is the unemployment ratio? Okay, how you will address unemployment ratio? As an engineer, how you can tackle? So this kind of thing, so that they will understand your communication skill also. Okay, so try to convey your message in English or in Hindi, in bilanguage, there is no issue, but try to convey some of the few sentences in English, because it is quite convenient, because it might be possible that most of them or any one of them in the interview panel are not that much of familiar with the Hindi, or not that much of keen with the Hindi. So you may use some English so that he or she may connect with you. Okay, so okay, then the in India wise, then your state wise, in which state you are belong to. If you are belong to Rajasthan, what are the important parameters? What are the industries there? How banking sector is involving? When the banking system is incorporated in that period, which dynasty or which king was there? So what are the parameter in correlate with the banking sector? If there is any RBI branch over there, so these are the important thing. Next means your state wise. Now it is your domestic, means for your in which district you are belong to. Okay, in your neighbor, what are the bank are available, means are easily accessible. Is there is any Punjab National Bank nearby in your city? Okay, so whether you have visited that place, by this discussion they will come to know your communication skill, whether you are able to express your thought, whether you are able to express your experience. So most of the time as an officer, what you have to do, you have to report that yes, during that scenario, during this scenario, that happened. So if you incorporate this or that point, or this or that clause, then it will be improved. So your communication skill is important. For that point of view, they will ask something beyond your engineering domain, your technical domain, so that they will come to know your communication skill. Because at the end of the day, whenever you become an officer, your communication skills play a most important role. So let me summarize the entire video. The first point is the cutoff. Cutoff will be around 60% for OBC and general, or for other category it will be around 50%. So in the interview, they will you go for your project, then your subject wise basics, and then the HR round. I have already make a dedicated video on the HR round. Hope this video clear your all doubt, and if you have any query, please let me know. Okay, thank you very much.